It's a morning. Yes, it is. It is a morning. As far as good, I don't know. It's definitely gonna get a lot better because I am live and I've got all of you guys that support the stream and you guys support me. Um, I promise I'm gonna keep the crying to a minimum. But today is a stream. I am talking about me, myself, and my history, so that people that have that self pity about themselves can understand I don't give a shit. Okay, I understand a hard life. My life has been hard. I haven't shared a lot of it with stream because it's a personal thing. But things have taken to a level that I need to record this and I need to let people know you're not alone if you live a hard life. But no matter how hard your life is, you don't have to feel sorry for yourself. Okay, so we are going to be touching on topics starting from my early ages and moving into teens and moving into adulthood. It will be about my experiences. I will not share my family's experiences. But yeah, I'm breathing and we'll get to different stories throughout time. Be sure to ping me. Yeah, Dax, make sure to ping mass ban, exclamation point mass ban, and Triz will get a notification and add it to their mass bans. Yeah, if you don't know, Triz stays like AFK in the chat, watches for the bot to go back active and starts answering questions, earning treats. Okay. So one thing I've told everybody on stream several times, my parents, okay, there may be some people that grew up this way, there may be some people that didn't. I haven't came across many people, I have come across one or two that have lived in similar situations. My father was a legit pimp. He sold women, okay? My mom was his bottom bitch. She was the top earner. She took care of the house. She had his kids. She had a job. She prostitute. She did all that. Okay. I wouldn't say my mom was a bad person. She was caught in circumstances, and I am comfortable to say that I don't hold anything against her. I hold no ill will, but she knows that she is not allowed anywhere near me. Our life together is over. I can't have her around me. It's too toxic, and that's something as a person everybody has to understand. You can't let toxic around you because toxic will spread. As far as my dad's concerned, I do classify him as an evil person. The things he did, I won't go in detail because I wouldn't say it's illegal to talk about, but it's one of those touchy things. Okay, understand, I was molested as a child by both my parents. When I say I was trained to either be a pimp or a hoe, I was trained to be either a pimp or a hoe. The stories you see on Lifetime, I'm constantly watching them with my wife, and I'm like, oh my god, I can actually understand this. I can relate to this. I've been through this kind of things. I've made my wife cry from me telling her the horror stories from what I've been through. Thank you for the host, Shark. The things that my dad did, I classify him as evil because I'm yet to meet someone that is not twisted in the head enough that, like, the things he did, nobody, it's stuff that you hear in torture stories. Okay, I was whipped as a child, not like a belt. I wasn't hit with a phone cord. I was whipped with a bull whip. My father, when he would get pissed, We did something wrong. We swept wrong. He would grab his bullwhip and hit us with it. No, he wasn't great at it, but that's why he called it practicing to be Indiana Jones. When people come to me and tell me stories of, like if we're getting in a heated debate and they tell me, oh well, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go do this, or even those people that say, well, I'm gonna kill myself. You know what? I've been through some shit. I have had those feelings. Okay, and I'm not trying to take those things lightly. But don't try in a heated argument to tell someone that has been through shit I've been through that you're gonna go off and do that. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody cared when I tried. Nobody cared when I was locked up. I had no visitors. I was isolated. You don't know what anybody has gone through in their life, and you should never judge or assume you have had it harder than anybody else. I learned this because I have met someone who was captured and abused by their parents. I have heard more horror stories than what I've gone through. But still, no matter what someone's gone through, you should never assume you know them, or that how could I put it? Or that you're better in any way. That's the best way I can put it. So that's starting off. Hey Mizzy, thank you so much for that, host. The training I went under lasted from the age of 6 until I was 12. When I was about 12, my mom finally got the courage to get away from my dad several cities away. We lived in a motel. It was the cheapest housing we could afford, and my mom, she couldn't get out of the habit. She was still whoring around. She was prostituting herself for drugs and stuff. It was really bad. The menu got smaller. I hid everything. I left 2 things on the menu, Shark. I left just that one pizza plus the double XL burrito. But we lived in a motel for about a year and a half. I played football and stuff. My grandparents, one time they actually really tried to get into my life. They put me through football. They bought the gear and everything. Yeah. We got food coming. What's it say? What's it say? I don't see it. I'm pretty sure it's the pizza. I'm pretty sure it was the pizza. We talked about this earlier. Yeah. Anyway, they paid for the pad. They paid for everything. Tried putting me through football, and it was probably one of the fondest times I remember as a child, was being able to play that, what was it called? It wasn't associated with school. Shark, thank you for gifting that sub to Lady Kagome. Lady Kagome, you get all kinds of different things by being a sub. There's the command. During the times of living in the hotel, because of what I grew up in, I don't blame it, but I went through my own thing. From the age of 12 to the age of 16, me and my sister had to work together to pay bills, to buy food, buy our brothers clothing and stuff. I have one sister and 2 brothers. My 2 brothers had nothing done to them. Me and my sister protected them with everything we had. I was part of a community. Some people would call it a community. Most people call them gangs. I utilized it as a community. Yes, did I have to do certain things? Yes. Um, were they always legal? No. I won't tell you what I did, but it was ultimately betterment of my family taking care. Remember, I'm only about 12. Okay, between 12 and 16, all this stuff happened. My sister, though, she was part of it too. Na 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 na. What's up, Senna? I was the one to make sure that my brothers made it to school. They weren't bullied. Thank you so much for gifting that sub to Senna.
He said he was an orphan.
You're goodly. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. We got food on the way. Shark's gifting a bunch of subs. Today is at least we're starting off in kind of telling my history, so that people can know a little bit more about me. I'm gonna highlight this whole thing and try to re-upload it and stuff. Maybe cut it. But between the ages of 12 and 16. I took care of my brothers, made sure that they got to school and everything. I was basically like the mom. Okay, I made sure they were safe, took care of them the best that I could. My sister, she followed in my mother's footsteps, because that was the only way she knew how to make money, and it was horrible. The people that I've met, the people she met and things that she had to do, I miss my sister. Anyway, growing up, it was basically me and her. I need to take a breath. What's wrong, Miss Danville? Can I make you forget about the doctor's appointment for Jax? Did you already go to the appointment? Did the nurses do something? Anyway. And went further, explained that he was there to hurt her. And I appreciate that, Senna. She had no choice. She said that there were others, always changing their cover. Song's not helping. Come on, give me something good. Why are you not playing? Okay. When talking about my sister, it gets really emotional for me. Later on, you'll understand why. But me and my sister growing up, it was me and her. We had to take care of each other. We had to take care of our brothers. We had to grow up at a very early age. She had to do things that I pray, being a father, my child never has to go through. My dad still became part of our life. He still visited. He was still too close. and my mom found a guy after going through several different guys. Constantly the guys, they would go after my mom and my sister. But my mom found somebody that she enjoyed being with. But the bad part was she enjoyed being with him for the wrong reasons, and she enjoyed being with him more than us. She enjoyed being with him for the drugs. He was a very heavy drug user, and he was a provider. I'll give him that. He worked. He brought money in the house, and he put a roof over our heads. He moved us away from California, away from my father, so he couldn't get his grasps in us anymore. I'm gonna take another breath while reading Miss Danville's. Thank you so much for the tweets. They blew one cane in one arm, got the other arm, took 6 things of blood. He got a shot, and we're waiting for results tomorrow, or as late as Monday. He could have celiac disease or thyroid disease or something else. Wow. Well, at least if he's got something, they're gonna catch it early. But that's horrible for them to 6 things of blood from a child. I don't think they're supposed to do that. Did you talk to the lead nurse or anything? Like, that someone head over the nurses? Because I don't think I've ever seen any of my kids give off 6 vials of blood. The CTT is now blocked? Okay, well, we'll be changing up CTT. I'm thinking about moving to retweets. I've noticed a lot of different streamers that do retweets. I'm still gonna leave it the CTT command, but I'm gonna be like, just retweet this. It works with the app. It'll pull the app up if you've got it open. But I don't want to lose my place. When we finally moved out of California, we thought it was for betterment of our family. The guy my mom was with wasn't abusing us. He didn't wish ill of us too much, but we were already hooligans. Me and my siblings, with the shit we went through, we were devilish children. We were very angry at the world. I hated the world. I thought everybody was out to get me. I got away from the gang areas, so I didn't get in, like, I didn't do any more gang related stuff, okay, because I got out of California. I was done with all that. Where we moved was a very quiet place called Oklahoma, okay? Oklahoma. Say it with me, everybody. Oklahoma. I didn't know that state was a place until we moved out of California. I thought it was just a song. I bet I would have been pissed too, Miss Danville. I hope something gets resolved. I really, really do.
Here's the
No. What the fuck are you doing, Google? I wasn't searching no definition of shit. Fuck off. Fuck off, Google. My phone started talking shit. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, Oklahoma. We moved to Oklahoma. Sweet. About 40 minutes and the pizza will be here. Anyway, when we got to Oklahoma, we had to live for almost a year at campgrounds. We lived off what little money we got from the government, food stamps and things like that. Everything's fine, Lerthis. I'm just sharing my story, my life, and I'm going to be highlighting it and trying to crop it together so that it's story chapters. because I'm tired of people coming to me and saying how hard they've had it in life, and they want to do this to themselves, or talking about how much harder their life is. In the beginning, I started off explaining with, I don't measure my life compared to others. You can never judge how someone else has had it. And I've shared deep things, and we're gonna get even deeper into my life and the horrible things I've experienced. Right now we're on me moving to Oklahoma, and I spent about a year in a campground. It wasn't bad. It was camping for a year. Okay. Within that year, we were also in and out of homeless shelters. There was one homeless shelter that was like close by, but we went from one campground from one city. My stepdad couldn't find employment or nothing, so we moved to another campground in another city, and we found the homeless shelters and stayed there and stuff, and went back to the campgrounds and went back to the homeless shelter because they had another spot open for us. And that's when they finally found my stepfather employment. My mom got a job. They were both working, but because they were still drug heads, they were still heavy drug users, all their money kind of went towards that. We got a house that, it was a 5-bedroom house. It was a big house, big yard, beautiful land, but the house itself was a condemned house. The windows were busted. There was a bathroom that was closed off, toilet and flooring was out, pipes just hanging up out of the floor. It was horrible. Okay, not really a house I would ever want anybody to live in. We lived there for a really good amount of time, about another year and a half. I went to school, made a bunch of friends and stuff, but because relations, I got in the drug thing. My parents, that's what I knew. It was easily associable. I knew about it, and we were in Oklahoma, where there's something, if you travel, you know that certain areas, when it comes to social understandings, at least back when I was younger, the way that they socially interact and the knowledge of information travels differently. Oklahoma was behind a bit, so I was advanced to them. So I fit in a lot more into different places and understood like how to do certain things in certain environments. So I became close to a lot of Oklahoma people know them. If you're from Oklahoma, you would know the Creek Nation. Okay, I became very close with a lot of the Creek Nation tribes. And I became kind of like, I even dated a chick that was Creek Nation, and she was a big member. But anyway, it was decent up until, I guess, my stepdad had enough shit from us kids. Like I said, we were hellions already. We were out to cause trouble. We didn't give a shit about him. He wasn't our dad. He wasn't to replace a parent. He was just our mom's lover to our eyes. Okay, so like they would be outside with their friends in the backyard drinking beer, partying and stuff, and us kids would take turns running out the back door, because there was back door going like this. We'd run around the house and just smack him upside his head. He'd get up and chase us. One time he caught me, and my sister knocked him out. Well, she didn't knock him out. She got him to put me down, and he walked away calmly. She threatened to knock him out. I should clarify that. She didn't lay a hand on him yet. But I guess he had enough of it, and I guess we might have drove him mad, because one night he came home talking about wanting to kill himself, locked himself in the car, closed up the garage, turned the freaking motor on. My mom called cops immediately. Was like, y'all need to come get this crazy bastard out of the fucking house now. So they took him and they locked him up in the mental hospital because they gave him what's called a 5150. Okay, it's when you're put in a psychiatric facility against your will because you're either harmful to yourself or others. During his stay, he's calling my mom, telling her how much he misses her and loves her and da 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 da. He shows back up with this lady, and they're talking about they're transferring him to another facility, that he'll be released soon, da 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 da. Tell my mom this massive story, and I say it's a story because it turned out to be a fucking story. He went with this lady to, I won't say the city because like it's a documented event, but he went to this city and he got a job with her. She was a business owner. Apparently she was a patient in the same facility, and they talked and they fell in love. She heard his story and felt for him, which I mean, I'm sure his story related to some hellions constantly fucking with him, me included. So he went with her, she employed him and stuff, and there was never any reason except for, I'll tell you in a second. The story went, one day they were at the park and he tried to kill her. He wrapped his hands around her throat and tried to suffocate her to death. When that did not happen, apparently he took a knife and proceeded to stab her 10 times in the throat. Eventually she did die. I always called him a pussy, and to this day he is released from prison right now. So if you're watching this, motherfucker, you a pussy, okay? Anyway, he took her car, he took her dog, and he took off, okay? My mom found all this out when the cops came to our door trying to find him, wanting to know if she had made contact with him. It just so happened the night that it happened, he had called her and she thought he was playing. Okay, the cops didn't come until the next morning. She's tripping her balls off all fucking night long. But us kids didn't find out till the cops were at the door. She's telling the cops about the phone call and shit. This is what happened. He called her when it happened and said, I killed a lady. I love you. I put your ring on her finger. And my mom went looking for her wedding ring, and she couldn't find it. It was her wedding ring on this dead lady's finger that had the same name as my mother. And he said that it was a ritual that her soul will forever be his now. Excuse me? Do what? You lose your mind? She tells the story to the cops, tells them about the phone call and stuff. Of course, if you know American law, if you're married to someone, you cannot go on the stand and be a witness. Okay, you can't testify against your spouse. Okay, so she couldn't go on the stand. They couldn't use her testimony. But they had him nailed to a cross. He was done. But yeah, he wound up getting locked away, and so my mom had to find a way to deal with all of us kids and support herself and stuff. Yeah, he was nuts. He was nuts. We moved to another city, a smaller city. My mom, from all the experience, wound up developing PTSD. And before we move to the next city, I got to tell you this part. It was the first time I ever got locked up. I'm 15 years old at this time. I won't deny I was a heavy drug user. It's what I grew up with. It's what I knew. My mom developed PTSD. My brother already had issues, and we had family therapists come to our house weekly. There was often times that our family grouped up against this therapist because she would tell us that, well, since you're a child of molestation, you're gonna be a molester yourself. Yeah, she was told to leave the property and not come back after she made that statement. Her life was threatened. We called her boss immediately and told her, if you ever send her back to our house, you will be handling a corpse. We did not. I don't like it when someone says that stuff. You are your own person. You can make your own choices. No matter what you've been through in life, you can better you. Now, with that said, the first time I ever got locked up, I was fighting with my brother. You know, brothers are gonna fight. They're gonna wrestle around and stuff. Well, I was whooping my brother's ass. He was on the couch and I was just wailing on him. My mom got in between me and my brother. I'm not gonna deny I was on drugs at the time. I'm not gonna use that as an excuse. What happened happened. But she got in between me and my brother. She elbowed me in my face. I picked her up and I slammed her on top of my brother, threw and broke the couch. I went willingly. I knew at that moment, even though what my mom did to me as a kid, I knew it was wrong. I grew up watching my dad beat my mom, watching my mom become a toothless woman because my dad knocked her teeth out on a regular basis. For me to do what my dad did, that's what I saw. That was my first time hitting the gutter on being a drug user. I hit the gutter. It was horrible. I got locked up. Now, during this time, my brother had been locked up many a times to a mental asylum. He's fucking nuts. But every time I'd see him get locked up, my mom would visit him. My mom would call him. She'd put money on his stuff so that he had food to eat and things like that. She cared for him. But when I got locked up, I got nothing. I got sent half a state away. I had no family. I had no friends. I had nobody to come and see me. I didn't even receive a phone call from my sister. My sister didn't even worry about me. But then again, we grew up with each other and she knew that I can handle myself. I'm sure at the time she had her own stuff she was dealing with, because by this point, my sister already moved out of the house. She was with a guy. I don't know what they were doing. They were boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. But she was living with him, living her own life. I spent a lot of time reflecting on my life, reflecting on me, and myself, and what I wanted in life. I highly encourage anybody, if you have a mental breakdown of any kind, to go out and seek help. If it needs to be done, lock yourself up. You can willingly go in for a 72-hour lockup for a diagnosis to any mental health facility that is ran by the state. You can find them online. I highly encourage it because reflection is good. Reflection carried me from my hate, from my heavy drug use. By this time, I'm not going to say that I was drug free, because as soon as I got out, I found an alternative one. It wasn't good. About this time after I got released, we have found out that I was schizophrenic. I was officially diagnosed with schizophrenia, manic depressive, bipolar disorder, along with paranoid schizophrenia. During these next times, my voices were really, really hard on me. The reason I deal with trolls the way I do, and the fact that I'm okay and I can give a shit what someone says about me when it comes to like talking shit about my red hair or calling me an asshole. My voices, I spent years with. That's all they did was call me names constantly, talking about how stupid I was, how fat I am, how worthless I am, and things like that. So after years of dealing with that, it's easier to take it when someone says stupid shit. Now, to top it off, I also have the visual schizophrenia, and when it first appeared to me, it was even before I left California. The only major visual I see whenever my schizophrenia kicks in, I see myself hanging. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it's a thing. I can look and I can see a raptor and I can see myself hanging there. No life or anything. And at this point, I've seen it enough that it doesn't bother me anymore. Plus, we ripped the fuck out of the trolls. Yep, that's right. That's right. Gotta fight back. I learned that from my voices. Yeah, so about this time, we're in the new city. I'm out and about. I'm back in school and stuff, and I'm back into doing drugs and shit, running the streets. By this time, my mom's got PTSD. If you guys have ever lived with someone with PTSD, they are very cautious of what they do and how they do things anymore because they're constantly in fear. They live in a state of fear. So of course I'm gonna take advantage of this at this point. My mom never really cared about me. I could always run the streets. I had no adult supervision. She was just a lady in the house. So of course I had friends over. I did my own thing. I did whatever I wanted to do. Okay. My sister got married to an abusive man that would lay his hands on her. Big motherfucker like me. Big old brawny dude. Anytime I was around, I would step in. But my sister was an abusive woman too, so it was kind of unless your shark who's too damn nice, right? Yep, leave it to the ruthless people. My sister could defend herself. She stood her own a lot. There was many times we would mess with her. One thing I will tell you about my sister is during her training growing up from my dad, he would put her in the middle of the room and have us three boys surround her in like a triangle, and we'd all jump on her and she'd have to fight us off. It was training. I don't know why he would call it training. He was never part of the military or anything, but he always liked to say that we would be militant children. Anyway, we're past my father. He's many, many states away by now. My sister leaves her husband, like she's still married to him and stuff, but she leaves him and comes and stays with us to escape and get some breathing room and stuff. While she's staying with us, me and my brother got into a fight. I'm gonna try to make sure I keep it together because I have said this on stream before, but every time I talk about this it gets hard because, like I said earlier, I miss my sister. Me and my brothers, we used to order CDs in the mail, and my brother stole one of my CDs one time. It was a Three Doors Down CD. I remember I remember the album. It was the album that had Kryptonite on it. And we got into a fight. He was calling me a liar. I don't take being called a liar kindly. I live my life telling the truth. I don't believe that you should ever tell a lie, because you're wasting someone else's time. You're wasting someone else's mind space. There's no reason to tell a lie. Unless you're telling a joke, then maybe. But he called me a liar. And so we got into fisticuffs. We started fighting and stuff. And again, I was on drugs, not an excuse, but ultimately the thing I found that led to my reactions every time I got into a heated physical confrontation. My sister got in between us. All I remember is my sister getting in between us, her hitting me once. I can't even remember where she hit me. I blacked out. What up, Gabi? I blacked out and I woke up with my arm wrapped around her and her not breathing. Instantly, I started crying, of course, but instead of freaking the hell out, every one of my voices backed me up at the time, and they helped me get my sister back. I performed CPR and she started breathing again, and I willingly went back into lockup. When I got put into lockup, I was instantly put into the max ward, where you're isolated, you're put all by yourself. They put me on the heavy medications because I told them I'm schizophrenic. Whenever you hear the term schizophrenia, everybody jumps to meds. They put me on meds for several days, several weeks. They were switching me meds, trying to figure out a good balance. It kept me in a zombie state. It kept me in bed, which I won't say I didn't want to be. For what I did, I felt I deserved even worse. The one person that grew up with me throughout my childhood, going through the same things that I went through, doing harder and fighting harder for us to grow up and live a life. For me to do that to her, I knew something had to fucking change. And so I remember at the age of 16, I found a therapist that was at that facility. She took me off all of my medications. She wanted to see me for me. Those were her words. And we sat and we talked on many occasions. And there was one thing that to this day is the reason why I no longer hold ill will. Oh, I can't say ill will, because I do. Like, if any of my parents comes within arm's reach, you guys will never see Big and Tasty no more. I'm done. The world will be done. For me at least. But I don't hold hatred. Okay, I don't hold hatred in my heart anymore for what I went through as a child. Do they deserve punishment? Yes. I feel both my parents deserve punishment. They deserve the utmost. They deserve the hardest punishment someone can think of. But I don't hold a hatred to them. I don't hold on to all that on a daily basis. And it's all because this therapist told me. She said, if I gave you a chocolate bar, it'd be tasty, right? Yeah. If I force-fed you a chocolate bar, it should be 10 more minutes. Oh, it says order's on the way. It should actually be here any minute. Yeah, about 8 more minutes, Shark. If I force fed you, let me start back from the beginning. If I gave you a chocolate bar, it would be tasty, right? If I force fed you a chocolate bar by shoving it down your throat, it would still be tasty, but it wouldn't be right. Growing up, a lot of the hatred I held in my heart was the fact that with what my parents did, I could have, during the many times DHS came to my house, I could have told somebody. I could have told an adult. And I did. Honestly, I did. As a child, what I went through, I went to the adults I needed to. I went to my cousins at first, and they went to their mom, and I told their mom. And the cops came. After several months down the line of me staying with my aunt and her kidnapping me, that's what my parents said. That's what they told the cops. Said my aunt kidnapped me. My aunt was keeping me from them so that I didn't have to go back in that situation, because I came out to my aunt and I told her what my parents were doing. I told her what was going on, and my aunt was the first person to hold me and tell me, that's not what a child needs to go through. I'm here for you. I'm watering up again because my aunt's dead. When she died, I spent time crying. Anyway, they sent me back with my parents. The cops said there was no proof. So they sent me back with my parents. We had a DHS meeting. I sat at a table and I told them it was all a lie. I just wanted to live with my aunt. No. The only reason I told them this was because in the waiting room, my dad told me that if I didn't tell them it was a lie, he was gonna kill my sister, my 2 brothers, and my mom. And then he was gonna do me. As a child, okay, I'm telling you right now, I was 6 this first time I came out. As a child, you hear your father say this. 6 years old. You believe it, okay? Your parents are supposed to be your superheroes. The second time I came out, everybody lives their own life their own certain way. I'm just trying to make sure people understand me better. The second time I came out, I'm already labeled a liar. There's the doorbell. 1 second, everybody. I'll be right back. Go get it. Go get it. Don't just leave them there. Grab yourself some plates. I never muted my mic. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. Oh, come on, work for me.
Excuse me a minute, mister. Say that's a nostril.
Sorry, everybody. All right, pizza's here. Okay, this is the pizza. Look how thick that is. Gotta make the kids a plate. You want to say thank you?
Thank you.
Banging.
Will you grab me a fork? I'm gonna need to eat this with a fork. Spawn? It's homemade crust. It's like actual homemade crust.
It looks like a bowl.
Kinda does, don't it?
Oh. Alright.
Pineapple. Alright, don't move us. Oh, you did move us. Okay, never mind. I try my best, Miss Danville. I'm no superhero. I just try my best. I do the best that I can. I could be better. I don't deny it. I grow as a person every day. Alright, so we're going to take a break off the story and we're going to sit and eat this pizza. At least part of it, because we got to save little some. And then we'll carry back into the story. I'll try to remember where we left off. Whoa. That's a trip. I've never had that. Okay, so they put the tomato sauce on top of the pizza instead of under the cheese. I love pineapple. Look at all that cheese. Oh, they know things that I feel a child should know. Everything I'm telling you guys right now, they know. When it comes to my kids, I'm very open because they should know that it's not all rainbows and butterflies. No child should live the life thinking that this world is rainbow and fucking butterflies. When you're getting in your teens, maybe early, like about 10, that's when I started educating my children more about the world. Because you've only got 8 years from 10 years old to educate them about the world. Before then, yeah, I let my kids have as pretty a childhood as I could. I won't touch on several stuff when it comes to my kids, but know this: my kids have seen their own lives. That's why I say I'm as best as I can be today, and I wish to grow more tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's actually a really nice crust. It's so seasoned. Oh. Well, that's cool. My brother from another mother's wife is adopted. Were your adopted parents, like, cool? So when you talk about, like, your mom and stuff, you talk about your adopted parent, right? Because, I mean, I'm step-parent. I completely understand calling your parent, your adopted or step-parents mom and dad. Because, I mean, there's that emotion. Like, those are my kids, damn it. Oh my god. It's just creaming everywhere. My wife used to be at a point that she wanted to meet my dad. I told her one story that I guess triggered to her. She doesn't ever want to meet my dad. She says that if she ever meets my dad, she gonna help me hold his ass down. Oh, child, can someone take this from me, please? Fork in the sink and box in the fridge for mom. It's on the bed over here. Okay, that's cool. Did you enjoy it?
It's a new
Right?
pizza with tomato sauce on it.
But the cheese was super stringy, wasn't it? It was still a good pizza. I give that pizza about a 7 out of 10. Holy shit, Shark is getting good at it. He even put just chatting properly. That's right. I've told my kids the same thing. My kids know when they get older, if they don't want to call me dad, that's fine. They can call me by my name as it is. Sometimes they call me Big. I'm fine with it. As long as they keep that feeling in their heart, they can call me shithead out of respect. You hear that, kid? I know they're listening. Anyway, I do think I'm gonna take a legit break, smoke a cigarette before we get into this next parts. The next parts of my story. What you need?
Say that we can call you. What are we?
Shithead.
Yeah, can we call you that? Is that
You bet not. You just ignore what I said, okay? It didn't happen. Bye. Alright, I am gonna take a legitimate break. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna breathe, And we'll be coming up to the end of the story. Close to the end of the story. We'll see how things go, how much deeper we go into my history. Anyway, be right back, everybody. Enjoy the music. I will remember to turn my mic off this time. Alright, brick has been taken. Only a few things calm me down is why I made it super hard to mad now. I'm super chill and nice. I wish I could find something to completely make, like, get me to that point. I hope one day. But we're gonna get back into the story. Shark, again, thank you so much for that pizza, dude. It was delicious. Killer King making Jack's lunch awesome. I hope Jack's has a very tasty lunch. I hope you grab yourself some lunch while you're at it. So back to the story. We just got finished talking about how the very first time I came out and I told somebody about what happened with my parents, and my father making me lie to the authorities. Now, at this point, I'm about I think it was about 10. It was several years later. I can't remember exactly how old I was. I had came out again. This time to someone I thought was higher.
Is that water?
Yeah, I'm rich. I need to drink some water. Can I wait till after I get to a certain point of the story, Miss Danville? Okay, I'll drink it right now. Come on! I need water! I need water now! Yeah! Water! Water! I don't know which side they're gonna bring it on. Oh, it's fucking cold too. I love you too. Okay, it's a cold bottle, so it's gonna take longer.
Oh God, it's so good.
No, it's not tasty.
So good. So good and tasty.
That was that good. Done. All right. Coffee. Mmm, tasty. I don't drink Mountain Dew. I don't drink Dew. I drink Pepsi, strictly Pepsi. I have issues with Mountain Dew. Okay, we're gonna get back to the story. I just got done talking about. I'll do it with Pepsi. I'm down.
You never see it coming.
I can chug me a Pepsi. I'm willing to do that. Okay. Thank you so much, Shark, for gifting that sub to Lurthus. Lurthus, you got emotes. You got all kinds of different things. Here's the command for that. Sorry, guys, thank you for that host, and I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, but might as well do it anyway. BSU7 salute. If you don't know, drop down in 07 chat, let people know you are a broadcaster. You can go ahead and say something about your streaming stuff. Now's the time for you to go ahead and advertise. I meant to click sub perks. As a subscriber, that's all the stuff you get. Join the Discord, you'll get roles and things like that. While you guys are doing the 07s, I'm gonna go ahead and continue the story, because we are nearing the end of it, at least for the major parts of my life. So we talked about my sister and the things I did. We talked about my aunt, me coming out and telling my aunt, and the reaction I got, the fact that my dad told me to tell the authorities that I lied about what I said when it was the truth. So at this point, I'm known as a liar. Okay, I'm still at least 10 or under. Can't remember the age. The age is a blur to me, but the event isn't. There's certain events in my life that I can't forget. I have forgiven this one because me and my grandma, before she passed away, we did have a final talk. She did finally tell me that she apologized and that she never meant to make me feel the way I did. That she wished that she was there for me. I had came out to my grandmother, someone who I knew was strong. She was a hippie woman that was all about women power, women rights. I never got to ask her what her sexuality was, what her sexual preference was. But I know that she had boyfriends and husbands and stuff. But I also know that she had her women. So, like, I had an aunt that was very close to my family. That's a whole nother story. She's an amazing woman, but she was my grandmother's life partner. So I never asked her that kind of stuff. But I knew she was a strong woman. She was always the person that I could go to. So I came and I told her about what happened, what was been going on in my life, and Jax yelled, "Burger guy!"
Yay! Hi, Jax!
But I sat there and I told her what happened. And because I was already labeled a liar, I don't know what triggered it in her, but I was smacked and I was told never to come back, that she did not allow liars into her house. And that was I didn't see her for several years later. It was a moment that was the last time I ever told any authority, until we left California, what had happened. I guess after me coming out and telling my aunt, and then nothing happening there, the threats from my parents and stuff, and then the fact that my own grandparents didn't, nobody believed me. I had that feeling that nobody really cared. And that's kind of what drove me to do a lot of the things in my life that I did. Now, we're going to skip back to after I did what I did to my sister. I wound up leaving my mom's house, finally breaking away from her. I moved in with my sister and stuff. And turned out my sister was not who I thought she was. During some time period, I guess she saw me differently. I don't know. We've never sat down and discussed what happened. But while I was living with her, I was working construction. I was picking watermelons. I was making all the money that I could because I needed money to live. So I was working my butt off from wake up to go to bed. I was trying to find jobs to do so that I could make money. I would mow yards. I would fix mowers. I would do handyman work around different people's houses, a bunch of the elderly around in the community. I would go fix washers, dryers, refrigerators. I would go and fix toasters, ovens, move furniture, just anything anybody needed, I would do. I was a jack of all trades. My sister would keep half of my paycheck as rent. Half of anything I brought in was rent, is what she would classify it as. Of course, I'm a minor still and living under her roof, so I was like, fuck it. It's still only half. I can still get my necessities in life. What drew the last straw and I moved out was me, her, and her husband worked on a project building a house. Just people we knew wanted a house built on land. We had someone come out, lay the foundation and everything, and we built the framing and had people come in for electric and plumbing and all that, and we did the siding and we did the sheetrock and we did the floors and we did the installation of the, oh my god, it's all the stuff that we did for that house. I worked my butt off, and I was supposed to get a good fat sum. I was supposed to get $10,000 out of it. I didn't see any of it. Okay. The job itself was supposed to pay me $60,000. That's what we had agreed upon, but apparently that's what the total was, or a bunch of shit happened. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome, Tasty Crew. A bunch of shit wound up happening, and I had enough of it. I was tired of losing money where I was supposed to be gaining money and being able to grow my own life and stuff. And so I left my sister's house. Went back to live with my mom. Several years go by, and we move out of Oklahoma. I'm gonna skip my Indiana years. You have to do exclamation point answer space and then the name, whatever the answer is, in order to answer it. Oh, Saga, you came in. You sound mean. Oh wait, no, it's not October. The answer is not October. Anyway, yeah, do what Sagas did. Y'all keep losing points. It's fine. I'll let y'all lose points. I'm skipping my travels and stuff in Indiana. There was some things that went down up there. Will I go back to visit if I visit anybody? Possibly. Do I want to live back up in Indiana? Not really. The place that I lived, there just wasn't nice people. Not the ones I came across. I was in a small city. It was like maybe 3 blocks. Anyway, we made our way into Arkansas because my sister married someone that had family in Arkansas, and she didn't want to go it alone. He owned the house we were staying at. He was gonna sell it, so we figured, fuck it, we'd move with. Now, by this time, my sister's already had her kids. One of her kids. And she's head over heels with this new guy. She already divorced the old one. She's got this new guy. And we moved to Arkansas. And throughout the whole time, I'm not on drugs. I'll tell you that. After my stint, the second time of getting locked up, I've been clean ever since. So I'm 32 right now, going to be 33. I've been clean since I was 16 years old. Am I proud of it that I'm clean? No, I don't feel a sense of proud because I no longer have that feeling in me that gave me the urge to do it. My voices aren't as bad as they used to be. Life is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And I can see life in a different perspective now. Am I proud to be clean? No. Do I wish to stay clean? Yes. I don't ever want to change what I have unless it's for the better. And if I were to slip back, it's not going to be for the better. Anyway, throughout the time, I'm dating all these different, we call them hoes, but they were drug addicts, prostitutes. They would sell themselves not for cash, but drugs. me being the person that I was trying to grow into, I tried seeing these people, I guess, and bringing them in and going, I care for you, come stay with me. And I started trying to care for them and stuff, and I would ultimately wind up losing everything every time I got with a chick. One chick wanted me to pawn all my stuff so that we can go out, and stupidly I pawned everything I had so we can go out. I wound up losing my stuff, and before I lost all my tools and my PlayStation and my TV and all this other stuff that I had, before I lost all that stuff, the night we went out, the chick left me because she met a dude that she knew from her past that had an 8-ball of dope in his pocket. So yeah, I dropped her quick. As soon as she did that, I was like, done. I'm not gonna be that type of person that's gonna be on the side because I ain't got that shit. No, I'm not gonna live that kind of life anymore. And things got really lonely because I'm still living with my mom. I'm still living with the person that draws me back into what happened in my past, draws me back into the person that I was, draws me back and reminds me of everything I've been through. And remember this, I have an older brother that passed away from SIDS. We have a charity event, it's down there for SIDS, and that's why we have it, is because my older brother, I never got to meet him, but he died at an early age. And throughout my entire life, my mother never let us kids get away from it. What I mean is, every year on the time of his death, my mother would make sure us kids knew that if he was still alive, she would have never gotten with my dad, and that she wished that we were taken and he brought back. We should have never been born. So still living in that environment, I couldn't quite get away from that self-hate, from that, maybe she's right, maybe I didn't need to live. I kind of did wish my brothers survived, because no child should ever have to die unknowingly. Why? And so I lived my life thinking that for a long time. And I was sitting on the back stoop of my job one day. I was working as a dishwasher / busboy / fry. I was getting promoted to fry cook. They were training me still. But I was sitting on the back stoop, just thinking about life and how hard it was. And it was around the time that my brother had died, and my mom just got done telling me this stuff. And I had just broken up with a girl, and she had taken everything I had, and I hit another bottom. This is the third bottom I hit in my life. I run my life in a strike-free manner. Okay, you have 3 strikes and you're out. I'm done. I will not give anybody more than 3 strikes. Okay, that's something everybody should know about me. I will give you 1, maybe 2, maybe that 3rd, okay? Once that 3rd hits, it's done. I'm done talking about it. I'm done explaining it to you. If you don't understand it, move the fuck on. I'm done. So, with me having all these 3 breakdowns and seeing that my life was headed nowhere fast, I know we're not supposed to talk about religion. We're not supposed to talk about that on Twitch. At this moment, I don't care if someone reports me for talking about religion. I prayed on those steps because my life was going nowhere, and I'm still schizophrenic. The voices are still there. I'm not on medication because I was released off of medication because I did have my tools, but it doesn't stop the voices from telling me how much more worthless I am. So I prayed to God, whoever he was or she, that they send me someone to help me in my life, to love me for me, to show me the kindness that I felt I deserved. And for me to be able to give back the love that I want to give, the love that people deserve to have, and someone who deserves that love. 2 weeks later, 2 weeks after I prayed, my druggy friend that I hung around with, I just turned 21. He's like, we're taking you to the bar, let's go. So I go to the bar, and we walk into a bar, and I hear someone singing a song called Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves by Cher. And at the time, I wasn't a Cher fan. I didn't listen to Cher. I didn't know Cher. I didn't care about Cher. To this day, Cher's still kind of iffy about me. The person that was singing it will always remain in my heart and will always have my heart. I walked into the bar, and the first song I heard was my wife, Little. Yep. She was singing karaoke, singing Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. And I got to the top of these steps, and I looked down, and I saw her. And something in me told me, that's for you. That is placed for you. Open your eyes. That is meant to be. Did I approach her? No. I still had my voices telling me not to, telling me, don't bring her life down. Don't bring her to your mess. Don't put her through the things that you have. Don't give her your baggage. I spent several weeks, and my wife knows, I admittedly tell her all the time, and I stalked my wife. No, I didn't find out where she lived and hung out outside her window or nothing. I wasn't that stalker. I went to the bar regularly. I worked across the street. So when I saw her, I would sit in the corner and I'd drink my Pepsi or my Coke, because I've never been a big alcoholic person. And I would watch her, see who she hung out with, see if she had a boyfriend, things like that. I observed. When I didn't see her with any guys and stuff, I made my move. I was drunk. I got the liquid courage up, and I walked up behind her. The song "Smack That" by Akon was on the speakers. Nobody was singing it. It was just dance at that time. And I walked up behind her, and she started bouncing that ass on me and was grinding and stuff. And this whole time I was just behind her. And I was like, every time it was like, smack that, all on the floor, smack that, give me some more, smack that. Let me paint you a picture. I'm me in a blue Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt, a blue and white striped Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt with my overalls 90s style. What I mean by that is the loops aren't over my shoulders, they're around my hips like TLC used to. Dude, close. We've been together since 2007. The first time that I saw her was November 6th, 2007. The first time me and her got together was November 13th, the night of 2007. I remember the moments God put her in my life, the moments that mean the most to me. She's the reason I changed a lot of who I was. My kids are the reason why I've grown the way I have. I won't ever forget those moments, because those are the good moments. You want to remember the good moments and not dwell on the past, because in order to grow from the past, you have to think to the future. Not telling you don't remember the past, not telling you forget the past, because those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. But there's no reason to dwell on it. Thank you so much for that, host Osage. Already painted, nice. But yeah, that's pretty much from start to the shit I went through to finding my wife, and from the moment I met my wife and we've been together. Thank you, Miss Danville, for that host. Ever since we've been together, I've never regretted a day. I won't say I haven't had bad days. Okay, everybody knows life brings bad days. But I will say, ever since I met her, I've never woken up wishing I didn't. So, I'm gonna highlight this at some point today, tomorrow, or the next day. What up, Charlie Bear? Are you like one of those gummies from the convenience stores? Can I chew on you? Yep, we all go through things that make us stronger and better person, but you have to have that in you to want to be a stronger or better person and not dwell on it. I fully agree there, Charlie. Today I do have some brakes to put on. My wife needs some new brakes. No, just no. No, I can't chew on you. Damn it. I gotta put on some brakes on my wife's car, and my friend's gonna be coming over. We'll be live for another, like, I think 2.5 hours. But I'm gonna be highlighting this. This was so that I could highlight it and put it out there so people know what I've been through. And when someone comes at me talking about they've had it harder, or they've gone through this, or this has happened to me, I'm gonna go and hide in a corner. Fuck off. Watch my video. Do you see me hiding in a corner? No. Do you see me talking about I hate life? No. You see me being the tasty motherfucker I am. And that's my message to everybody out there that wants to approach me talking about how bad or sad they have it. Get the balls and move the fuck on. I just wanted to remind you that life is very beautiful, and when you're down, just keep your head up, because keeping your head down will only make it worse. Right. The only way out of the hole is by looking up. If you look down in the hole, you just get deeper. I like that. Thank you so much for that follow, Charlie. What up, monkey man? Apparently Charlie doesn't like playful nibbling. Hey, I didn't say it was gonna be playful. I said gummy bear. Oh, you my gummy bear. And my yummy gummy bear. My brother couldn't say my name when we were younger, so he called me Trolley. Trolley. Nice, I like it. Trolley. I'm gonna just call you Bear. Is that okay? I don't know if I can do the trolley with my southern kind of the draw and then my northern accent or my California accent. Hell, they all blend in together and just like trolley. Now, trolling is fine. Trash isn't. Trolling is fine. We're all trolls here. Right? It's gonna be stuck in your head for days and days. So do you guys have anything you guys want to talk about? Well, fuck you too then, Trillo. Open up. What? My bot broke. Heard your accent before when I was playing my game, Red Dead Redemption. Nice. At least I have the chat on screen over there, so I can still kind of read it. Yeah, we may not be live for that long because my bot crashed and everything else doesn't want to play. Things are broken. Maybe if I don't touch it right, it'll fix itself. When did I meet the kids? I met the kids on Thanksgiving, but it wasn't announced that I was, like, we weren't, like, together until later. But it was November 14th of 2007. Actually, no, I take it back. Take it back. November 8th is when I first met the kids. My wife prides herself on the fact when we first kind of met and shit, we were together. Okay, here's the story of me and my wife. This is the best I can explain it, starting from the beginning. I explained how we met in the bar. She didn't tell me that she had a boyfriend at the time. She did have a boyfriend at the time, but he also had a significant other. So it was kind of like I was jumping into the wheel that was already spinning, and I enjoyed spending time with her. Oh, but it's back up now. What's up? Did I miss Menard saying something? Holy shit. Maybe it did break. Just reload chat too. Anyway, after weeks of stalking her and us getting my first time meeting her, we didn't do adulting. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna say adulting. We didn't do any adulting until we officially got together. That's the day I felt we, like, of the day after we officially got together. Anyway, I found out about this, and I was dealt with a dilemma. I cared for her, and I saw that she deserved someone that was attached to her. That she didn't have to feel second, and I didn't want to be someone that felt like I was second. That if she was gonna be with me, I wanted us to be together. No second people. It was gonna be me and her. Otherwise, me and her could just be friends. I was cool with being friends with her. As long as she was in my life, that's all I cared about. But I also wanted the best for her. And several weeks after I told her this, we got together. But before then, we spent a lot of time together. She got to know me. after I danced and stuff. We really hit it off. She liked my sense of humor. She wanted a bad boy, and with what I grew up in, I was said bad boy, but I wanted to be a good boy. That's the best I could explain it. That's how the fuck she says it. Is I wanted to be a good boy. You used the answer and nothing happened. Well, the bot's just now back up. Try again. Let's see. My wife prides herself on the few weeks before we got together. She came and she kidnapped me. What she would do. Big is such a bad boy, yeah. What she would do is she'd come and kidnap me. She'd get her kids in the car. She'd come. She'd pick me up. Of course, I don't have a driver's license, so she'd come and pick me up. And we'd go to the mall, or we'd go to here or there, and we'd spend time together. No, the kids didn't start off calling me dad. They knew me by my name. And I spent majority time getting to know her. I understood that her and her kids, okay, at the time, I understood there had to be, that doorway had to open before I can go in it. There was no way I was expecting them to call me dad. There's no way I expected her to treat me as if I was their dad. I understood that it was all on their timing when they felt comfortable. So it was more or less, I met the kids, but I didn't really hang out with the kids until later. We made the decision. She got paid more than I did. She made better money than I did and stuff. I could make side money off of doing end jobs, kind of like what I'm doing now, doing graphics and stuff to try to earn money and help with the bills and things like that. While I stayed with the kids, because ultimately we didn't need to be paying a babysitter. The babysitter that we did have was really just not just a knot. But yeah, I wound up staying with her, and the first time I met her dad, I told him straight out right. I said, "Sir, I know you haven't asked me this yet, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this is what I intend for your daughter. I intend to spend the rest of my life with her until she tells me otherwise. That is the woman for me. I love her with all my heart. I do not think or see that ever changing." And he was like, "Dude, we just met." He was like, "You don't have to tell me this. How long have you and my daughter been seeing each other?" I was like, "Just about a month." And he goes, "Really? And you're going to tell me right now you want to spend the rest of your life with her?" I was like, "Yes, sir. I've never met a woman that I felt this way towards." And he was like, "Okay, we'll see how you feel in the year." And I was like, "Okay." So when I tell people that I believe in love at first sight, it's a fucking thing. Keep your eyes open. You never know when someone is going to be dropped in front of you for you. You never know when something is going to be put in your path. You have to keep your eyes open, your heart open, but not unguarded. Because I did have my heart guarded still. Even though I had my eyes open and I knew I wanted to be with her, I still have these things that if certain things happen, it gets brought up to attention, like, "Hey, you know that this was one of my things. I can't handle this." Right? Is it just... The music is just repeating, ain't it? It's been playing the same 5 songs, Dax. Yeah, it was on the playlist. Y'all were supposed to be listening to me anyway. The fuck? I knew the moment I saw my husband that he was the person for me. Yeah, I'm not alone. Love is out there. There's someone for everyone, and sometimes there's more than one. It's all about that connection. It's all about keeping your heart open and understanding. I can multitask. Hell, I basically have to multitask. Well, the music is different. This didn't play 5 times, I don't think. We could shuffle it through if you want. Let me actually try to set up. Shark gifting that sub to Menard. Thank you so much for that gift sub, bro. Shark's on the hunt, finding people that don't have a sub and giving it to them. Yep, Shark loves to do that. How many is that now? I don't see it because it's not listed. I'm not using the streams chat thing. I'm using my bot. We're at 34 subs right now, guys. We got 34 sub points. 114 total. Shit, dude. 114 subs. Do you know how much that is? I don't even want to. Just thank you, dude. Thank you for all the support. Everybody that comes to the stream to have a good time, hang out, support the stream, support me and my art, and come for a good positive experience. I want to say thank you. You guys all make streaming worthwhile. You guys make it very pleasurable to stream. And I'm happy I found Twitch. If it wasn't for Twitch, I wouldn't have like a sounding board. I did used to have a friend that I would talk to. I would wake up in the morning and I'd go drink coffee with her. We got close and it built a wall between me and my wife Little. And my wife Little felt it and she brought it to my attention and stuff. And I kind of saw what she meant. But you need someone other than your spouse to talk to share feelings with and stuff, and to be open with. And I've found several people on Twitch that I can talk to. I do DM. And I found that I can share me, my history, and my emotions here, and people understand it, and we get together and we discuss things. And I just want to thank you guys for being who you are. So should we play a game, guys? It is Wednesday, and Wednesday's the day I want to try to hold community days. Oh snap, speaking of community days, isn't Wednesdays when we're supposed to do giveaways too? It is, isn't it? Okay, so we haven't done a giveaway yet. I've been live for about 2 hours now, so let's go ahead and jump into that giveaway. Let's get to the scene and start this bad boy up. First giveaway of the day, starting now. Is the bot gonna fucking work? Of course the bot's not gonna fucking work. Why you gotta be a dick, bot? Is it gonna do it now? Right? I'm like, okay. I do believe we just, like, this whole conversation was about that. Or at least brought up topics of that. What should my reply be to that? I don't give a fuck. But thank you, Dax, for doing what you did. Thank you for having me back in the Tastes Discord and everything. Love your face, bro. I'm gonna try to get this giveaway shit working. Alright, let's try this again, maybe? Why are you just being a fucking twat? Alright, let's try it this way then. Okay, we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned giveaway. Right, too smoothly, right? Fuck it. It's not even sent, like, my Stream Deck isn't sending signal to any of the Twitch or Streamlabs stuff. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and open the giveaway. Looks like everything is set up properly. Now is the time for you to be able to enter the giveaway. I do want to make this statement. It will be added into the commands and everything. Big and Tasty does reserve the right to remove any giveaway winnings at any point if you are banned or removed from the channel. I will be updating the stuff in the wallet along with the stuff in chat, the commands and stuff, explaining the new change. It's not really a new change, it's just something I never thought I would have to enforce, but it is a new rule that will be updated. I want everybody to know I do these giveaways as a way of me saying thank you for the support you guys give. I'm not a rich person. I'm a very poor person. I live very hand to mouth. Money comes in, it goes straight to bills or food and things like that. So I appreciate all the time people drop any tips or donations, anytime someone commissions me, anytime someone subscribes and stuff. I see all that money, and I do appreciate it. I do see the numbers, don't get me wrong. I do know how much that means, because that does mean a lot to me. the many times I've had many supporters come and help. It's why I'm trying to give back to people. But if you get banned or you've done something that affects the community or you're headed in a certain way, understand that giveaway can be pulled from you at any time. Why is like half of my messages appearing on the chat thing on screen? Oh. If you want to help Dax, go right ahead. You know me in words. We're not friends. The bot never said anyone entered. It says 2 people has entered, Psycho Snuggly and Agent Daxon. Supposed to enter as a it's supposed to announce when people enter as a group. Shark, you put join 100, that's not how you enter. I'm only seeing Agent Daxon, Psycho Snuggly, who did it right. Who entered. Did you enter? Entries have closed, but we can reopen it because there are only 2. So, do you guys think we should open it back up? Allow more entries. I don't know if anybody knew that a giveaway was happening. I was too busy talking. Alright, you guys checking your trees. That means we're going to go ahead and allow more entries for the giveaway. So there's you some more entry time. Enter now. We've already got Agent Daxon and Psycho Snuggly in. Hopefully the bot doesn't fucking crash. I think the bot just crashed, guys. Fuck you, bot! I was just trying to do a giveaway. The bot crashed. Pretzel's crashing. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Fuck it. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Twitch is twitching for you heavily? Yeah, see, I haven't dropped any frames. I think Twitch is fucking with their API again. Put the fucking cord down, Twitch! Dar 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 ring. Put the fucking keyboard down, Twitch, and step away. Step back. I'm live right now. Wait till I end. They'll enjoy that lurk. Let's see. It says the giveaway is still going on. It's got Psycho Snuggly and Agent Dax and Miss Danville. We're going to close and reopen it because that wasn't kind of fair. Oh, come on. I got to let the timer run out first. Sorry. Hang on a second, guys. Okay. There you go. 2 more minutes. I'm going to go take a piss while you guys enter. I'll be back.
Walking blind, don't forget that there is always hope to find. Choose your path, walk it well, save us from this living hell. In this broken cage we will not be confined. And when the as you must. And when the world it starts to burn, at the point of no return, keep a hold of your conviction, tear out the affliction.
Cheeseburger and fries, where's mine?
Stand up and take it back.
So did the entries have stopped? Alright guys, we're gonna pick ourselves the first winner. We got Psycho Snuggly, Agent Daxon with a whopping 100 tickets. Ms. Downville, Alpha King, Saga, and Menard. Here we go. Here we go. Picking the winner. The winner is Dax! Alright, Dax, this spins for you, bud. See what it's gonna land on. Is that in the middle? Is that a line? I'm gonna let chat decide. Is it on the line? Is it 10 or is it the red? If it's a line, we go ahead and respin. It's a free instant respin. If you're waiting for me to tell you what the red is, no. Did the bot freeze again? I hate that that song does that. Yeah! I'm not seeing chat. I don't know if anybody heard the question. Should we re-roll? Is it on the line? Is it on the red? Is it on the 10? Kind of small for me to see. Don't crash on me. Don't you crash on me. Okay, I was able to open that up. Fuck! Well, we know Dax was the winner of this spin, but we might have to respin for him. I don't know if chat froze. I do know that the music just crashed. My browser just crashed. Like, don't know. Can we get the music back going? Okay, music's back up. Keyframe interval too high. The keyframe interval is too high? The fuck does that mean? This shouldn't change how chat works. I don't know. Alright, I can see Pretzel did something, so. What do you guys think? Is it on the red? Is it on the 10? Is it on the line? Should I just close? What are we doing? If you're trying to type and I can't see it, contact me in Discord. I'm gonna try to do a Discord link here. Should be one down below in the panels. And yeah, no, apparently the bot is fucking up.
I put up paper on all my walls, and then I came back later and painted over it all. And now I'm walking around in my room, looking for things I have lost, like an old T-shirt, my favorite pair of shoes, and that love letter I never sent to you. Thinking back on it, I probably just could have called.
Okay, so now I can see that I typed, but the bot doesn't seem to be posting into the thing. Is it me? I'm gonna guess it is. Looks like it's on the line. Is Discord working for you? Yeah, I think Twitch is being quite derpy because I don't know if you saw any of my messages. Nope, I didn't see any of your messages, Alpha. It's on the red, and chat froze. Okay, Snuggly says it's on the red. Saga says, I've been typing this whole time and nothing. Basically, the gist of it is all I'm staying out of it. Okay, so apparently Twitch is having issues. Okay, I see Alpha, I see Snuggly, I see Miss Danville. Think I might need a computer reset. Okay. Hey, Demon. Okay, so we got one on the line, two on the line, and one on the red. Okay, so two on the line and one on the red. So far, line wins. I think we're good now. I'm seeing chat flowing normally. We're seeing it right there as well. If I need to, I might reset. But if I reset, I might as well just close because I got other work I got to get done anyway. Twitch is borked right now, so it's not me. So we could just sit here and just chat. Just chat. Can I see your comment now? Yes, I can. I thought it was me. I thought it was something I'm doing.
You never see it come back. You see that my mind is
Alright, so we're gonna call that on the line and we're gonna get another.
And have a very tasty time.
Zeta, thank you so much for that raid, buddy. When we get raided here, we try to cut over to this scene and do the crazy camps. Of course, it's not fucking working either. Why not? Oh, because it's not on here. Oh, I have to add it. Anyway, welcome on in, everybody. I could do old school. I'm having Twitch issues. I could do old school raid. We're all having Twitch issues, dude. My chat was all kinds of fucked up. Everything kept breaking and shit. I'm thinking it's API. Oh, couldn't it do? Okay, that's all fine, Zeta. My bot fucked up too. Apparently, Streamlabs was having issues. Just a whole bunch of communication issues. I think they're messing with the API again. I meant to get her on it yesterday, but she was sleeping so beautifully. Or she was so relaxed. If anybody knows of a really good shop plugin that puts the item on top in like a visual GUI, that'd be amazing. Let me know in DMs or Dmod. Dmod will let me know. We're looking for one for the vanilla subscriber server. A long time since I've been in your stream. Did you have a different name, Eric? Was it always Eric, just a different variation of Eric? I actually like that wording, Dax. Oh, how's it going, Eric? It's been a long time. It has been. We're gonna go ahead and do another spin if I can. Let's see if this is gonna communicate properly. That communicates properly, so we can spin. All right, Dax is gonna get $5 added to his wallet. We're gonna try it again. Hopefully things don't break. Fuck this shit. Yep, I'm fucking done. I'm gonna have to add $5 to your wallet, Dax. I can't open up my browser with my everything like just fucking up with me. You're redoing one of your other packs? Cool. Oh, I already did. I think I did. Just finished the second dream on PS4. You got a lot of grinding to go, dude. Alright, so I'm going to write down... Do I have a pen? Fuck it, I got a computer. Ooh. Double check when I can. Okay, I'll go in there when I can. Right now I'm gonna get a text file put together so that I can at least list the winners right now, because we're gonna pick more winners. I'm gonna go ahead and open that giveaway again, because we're gonna call it short. I'm gonna go ahead and allow more entries. We're resetting it, so you're gonna have to spend your treats again, but we're gonna allow more entries to enter in the giveaway, and we're gonna give away at least 1 or 2 more giveaways. We'll see how they go. So if you want to enter the giveaway, be sure to say my name, say it loud, and say it proud, along with the number of tickets you want to get, just like Dax just did. Started last night. I had to close what wasn't necessary. Yeah, I don't like streaming when things like that happen. I tend to reset my computer when things like that happen. All out of paranoia, because I know it's Twitch and their API and their callbacks. That's what's fucking it up, is Twitch's callbacks. I kind of wish they would do more stuff on the Trello and allow people like me and other people with knowledge of coding give feedback on their code, because you can see majority of their code. It's all up there and it's on there on the internet. So I hope they fix it soon. It's been happening for a year now, on and off, anytime they mess with the API. And Dax, yes, you can enter again if you want. Well, at one point I thought they were headed that direction because of the Trello. I watched their board. They don't fucking update it no more. Entries have stopped for the giveaway. No more entry time. What up,